Hey, welcome back. So, last episode didn't work out too well. So, some of you guys saw the Falskaar episode. It was basically the part 4 of that series where I'm essentially ending the series, you know. I felt like I had to come back and actually give a full-blown explanation for the whole thing.
Don't get too far ahead.
Yeah, and, well, let's get this kind of a name banter here. I'm working against a lot of problems here. Technical problems. Obviously, if you watched that final part, you saw that I had a major crash in the middle of the game. Now you know, okay, well, I know the game's unstable, but I don't care. I had a problem off air with the same thing. Whenever I'm using a ice spell, cryogenic spell, something like not all the time, but some of the time I'm having this crash with it. And that happened a couple times off air before recording that episode, and it happened on air. So it kind of kills the whole thing there. It kind of kills the immersion when it's constantly crashing like that. And that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, I didn't understand all the dynamics of the Better Vampires mod. And all that drama from the previous couple episodes in that series with me trying to figure out how am I going to get an army of vampire followers and destroy everything and blah blah blah. It didn't work out too well. And I think but it was also showing that I just didn't go into this planning much of anything. I went into this like winging it, and that was the problem. You can't go into it winging it if you're trying to tell a story. And that was the thing. I had no story in my mind for Falskaar. I really didn't. I was just saying, oh, I just want to do this. And that's not really the way to go for me. I guess maybe I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I had no idea what Falskaar's motivation was. I had no idea what his personality was. I tried to do a few things dynamically there at the beginning of the first so many episodes where I was kind of having him a little bit lost. Man, that's mainly because I was lost on the story. And then I have the problems with the audio, which you're hearing right now, because you're hearing like freaking tractor trailers going by my freaking windows and stuff, and you're hearing my damn chair. And I don't have a pop filter in this thing, and it has to sit here right in front of my damn desk. Yeah, there goes another freaking tank going by my house. And all this stuff works against me. So when I'm sitting here trying to edit the video, I'm trying to edit out all that sound. It's making the editing on a video like freaking hours long. Hours long. Just to get out to you what you've seen in those past 4 episodes. And then I think in that last part, where I was just getting sarcastic with some of my comments and just getting like frustrated with the whole thing. And I've run into these problems before on the previous Let's Plays, but now I don't have my headset and everything's different. Even this headset I got on now, it's like they're just basically earbuds, and they keep falling on my ears. I can't hear anything. I can't even hear the freaking people, the dialogue in the game. I really just gotta. Everything's just working from a technical point of view against that series working correctly. You know what I mean? So what did I do in between things here? Well, I was reluctant for a long time to do anything like researching into how to maybe mod better and more intelligently. I basically got the mod manager, not the Nexus mod manager, but the generic straight mod manager that they have. And I picked up Loot, which is sort of a load order optimization tool. I think that's what it stands for. And I've actually learned that stuff a little bit better. But I think there may have been some conflicts, and that may have been what was causing some of the crashes with the spells. I'm not entirely sure, though. But what I had to do was eliminate all the old saves, and basically uninstall all the old mods, and do it differently and have them load up. Through this mod manager, it basically keeps your game installation pure. And I got the memory, I forget what they call it, the memory extender, which actually lets this game use more memory. I didn't put it in the EN boost thing, but I probably could have done that. I had some problems with that in testing that. So I have been trying to get this to work properly. And the only thing I could think to do is, because I don't have any idea really what I'm doing anymore, I want to make videos. That's what I want to do, okay? I don't know how many people really want to watch these freaking videos anymore. I seem to get some viewership, but no one really watches this channel that much anymore. And I basically said, all right, what am I going to do? I have to spend $100 on equipment to get the microphone and on that arm that kind of hangs it off the desk, and I don't know how you call it, but then you got to get a pop filter, which would be like another $50. So there's really no way to block out the outside noise, really, other than to try and edit it out. And you know, maybe I'd have to get something to cover my window up or something. I don't really know. It's a lot that's working against me for this stuff. And so what I want to do here is, first I want to apologize for starting the show to begin with, and for ending the show secondly. Because I should never have started that show with the Rightous card character for Skyrim. Alright? That was first off, because I had no clue what I was really doing. I like the idea of that playstyle, and I'm going to go back and play test with Vampires, the Better Vampires mod again, and try and, I'm going to continue to play test with cryogenic spells to see if there's some sort of a problem. I can't see like the base game of Skyrim really having a problem with that, so I'm thinking the only thing it could be, there's maybe two possibilities. What was it? I'm using Ordinator as a skill overhaul. It's possible that maybe one of the stats somewhere in here is screwing up and causing the crash. Why it doesn't do it all the time, I don't know. It seems to only happen when I'm casting the spell. Certain ice spells. And then again, it could be the Forgotten Magic one, but the thing was, when I had that crash in the last episode, it was not using a Forgotten Magic spell. It was using, don't even have it on this character's build out here, because he wasn't going to use any of those spells. I was using one of the vanilla basic Skyrim, the dual channel ice spell thing, whatever they call it. I don't know what you call it, but whatever it's called. That's what I was using. So unless there's some conflict with those, or maybe it's just too many scripts running at once, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm not a big expert on this stuff, so I'm not going to sit here and overly play test it. But I am not going to be going back to Rightous Car or a Vampire roleplay Let's Play. I think what I'm going to do right now is, this is going to be a new series, but it's going to be with an old character, but he's starting from scratch. This is Malryn. Remember him from the very first season of my Skyrim roleplay crap? I'm not going to roleplay anymore. I'm not going to pre-plan anything. I'm going to just play. I want to just upload episodes and play. It's going to be a Let's Play. So it's going to be me babbling. I actually have played him a little bit, so he's not from the beginning here that we're playing him. He's already 4th level, as you can see. He's basically going to be concentrating on the things that I concentrated on with Malryn to begin with, since I had to delete all the old save files. He's going to be illusion, probably some alchemy, mostly like sneaking, light armor, archery. It's going to be dual wielding, so we'll go up that line with, I don't really, I think, was it this side? Yeah, Ravage. So these dual wielding side of this, it'll be swords, so I'll probably, whatever one of the swords, crosscut? Yeah, so that's sort of what the build will be, those. And we won't touch too many of the other stuff. In late game, we'll dabble with smithing and enchanting just to get like some super awesome equipment. I've installed tons of mods with this, but I've tried to eliminate other ones that I think might just bog the game down with too many scripts and things. I've installed a lot of quest mods, a lot, but not Helgen Reborn, because we've already done that. We've tackled it in season 2. I'm not going to redo any of the quest mods I've ever done more than I never do them more than once ever for me personally. But I've added some things like the Imperious Racial mods and a lot of like these interesting loot. So you get a lot of weird things, unique treasures. I'm put the Spectreverse, the actual quest line in, as well as the Dwemertech quest line in. I've added Arissa. She's actually with me right now. I'm choosing a different follower overhaul called EFF, which is extensive follower framework. Basically, my follower, I could set a bunch of things for her. I picked up Janessa again, I think, with this one, and she'll basically be invincible and able to carry an infinite amount of crap. So what we're going to do, I think, is just wing it. I just feel like almost just doing every quest in the game, tackling as many things as I can. I will deliberately skip the quests I've done before with other characters, so to keep it into the continuity of the other roleplay Let's Plays. So I will do that. And I will do those off air, so sometimes you will see me between an episode jump up in level by quite a bit. Like, oh, where'd you get all this stuff for that equipment? It's going to be because I played off air. Obviously, there's no better vampires now because I don't want him to be a vampire. I don't think I want him to be really anything. I don't think. So I'm probably going to stick with the Ordinator perks as a perk overhaul for all my playthroughs from now on. Unless it proves that maybe that was the cause of some of these crashes and stuff, but I'll probably have a link. I'll have a list in the description about all the mods, but these are just a few of them that actually have the mod configuration menu thing here. So I didn't really want to actually do any playing in this episode because I only have a limited amount of time here. But I will be doing that soon-ish. Because I have some time later in the day. I'm going to probably record the first 1 or 2 episodes of this. So there's not going to be any kind of characterization with Malryn. He's the same Malryn. Basically what he did is he came back, he retired and went traveling for a while. This is what we're going to say. I'm just making this crap up now. He's extremely rusty. He's going to be a Dragonborn. And one of the alternates start live another life options was to, let me bring up the map here, was to start off as a landowner. And so I picked up the same house he had. He had the Lakeview Manor, which was one of those hearthfire homes you could build, but it's kind of not full. So he's got that. So he has that house. And I've been storing some things there. So some of the quests that he's done before I won't be doing on air. I'll be doing a lot of that stuff in between things. For instance, going up to retrieve the Dragonstone again would be ridiculous for you guys to watch that 8 billion more times. So yeah, I'm just going to end it here, guys. I don't want to ramble. I didn't want this to be a long episode. I want it to be a quick upload so that you're prepared for another series. Right for now, I don't know what this is going to be, if this is going to be a regular show or what. Maybe I'll just end it if no one's watching it. But it's going to be kind of like more of a winging it kind of thing, you know? So yeah, I guess that's it. So, adios.